Our phones are on our hand 24/7. If he's not texting you every day, he's texting someone else. That's settling. You know, for years, I bought into this school of thought that if a guy doesn't text me every day, well, him, and I don't want that, and that's the behavior I want. And you know where that stemmed from? A deep-rooted insecurity and severe anxiety that I was going to be abandoned, I was going to be left, and that if somebody wasn't showing me their interest off the bat, well then, them. Whereas now, I have never been happier that I didn't listen to this type of because my now boyfriend, it took him over a month and a half to start consistently texting. That didn't mean that he didn't want to. That just meant in the beginning, he made it very clear, I don't know who you are. Why am I going to include you in my day-to-day? Because here's the difference. Somebody who texts you off the bat like that, they're after a feeling. That person, why do you think love bombers do what they do? They're not genuinely trying to get to know you or build a relationship with you authentically and organically from the ground up with a really beautiful foundation of trust and connection. They're after that dopamine hit and that feeling. And that is why they do all of these things, inclusive of the texting 24/7 or the texting every single day, because it forces the intimacy of the relationship. And it gives them that feeling that they have all of this in a relationship and a girlfriend and something that that validation and that need, that's just a dopamine hit to them as well. And you're right, we do have our phones 24 hours a day, but who the are any of us to dictate how somebody can utilize those 24 hours or that they should be accessible to anybody in that time frame? That, babe, is called boundaries. And if you think it's settling because within the first couple of weeks somebody hasn't texted you every single day, that is also where I challenge you to sit in your discomfort and look, why do you think this has anything to do with you? Why are you taking this so personally? And let me tell you, I can't tell you how many dudes I've dated that will text me every single day, as well as 7 other women, because again, they're after the feeling, they're after the dopamine hit, versus the dudes that don't text you every day. That guy's just living his life. And yeah, most people are talking to multiple people, but have some confidence in yourself that you are somebody that they will not forget, texting or not. So instead of coming at from an insecure place of saying that if they don't text me, well then they're texting other girls and I don't want to settle, look at it as, let me see if this is even a person I want to be with. Let me see if this is even a person I want to welcome into my life. And let me see if this is even somebody that I want to have daily communication with genuinely and authentically before I put the cart before the horse and try to chase a feeling.
I mean, amen to that. But the fact remains that women do respond to guys who don't text them so much and just kind of leave them high and dry, leave them on red, you know, and aren't so quick to respond, put it that way. It works, okay? It works. You know, just kind of running hot and cold, right? Doing a little push-pull, doing what we call these takeaways that I teach you in my 7 Months to Mastery program. Click that link below, quick plug. So these are all little techniques that you have to learn because they work, right? They work really well, as a matter of fact. But I do appreciate the fact that she is saying that she understands like why her boyfriend wasn't texting so much in the beginning. It's like, hey, I don't even know you. Why should I start including you in my life? And he's probably out there living his life, and it was me who was just being insecure about it. Amen to that, because I mean, many times when you do this, right, and again, I mean, you're technically working dread game on her, whether you mean to do it or not. You know, for myself, for example, like when I was single and I was messaging these girls, when I was texting, it was very sporadic, right? And they would get upset because they're like, hey, I texted you like 2 days ago. Why are you just getting back to me now? I'm like, sorry, got a business to run. Or, you know, I've got dogs to take care of. I've got other obligations. I've got coaching calls. I've got boot camps. I've got other things to do than that are more important than, you know, just sending you a simple text. So, you know, you want to date a successful guy, man, you know, successful guys are busy, right? Or even just guys on their path and purpose, you know, are just busy, right? Even when I was broke, I was busy. I was trying to build my business. So, yeah, I wasn't returning messages as quickly even then, and these women would complain about it. However, without fail, every single time, it did cause them to become more invested in me, more attracted to me, more curious about me. Like, why is this guy being so mysterious, right? Many times you will be accused of, you know, having 7 girlfriends or having, you know, wives and kids stashed away somewhere. They'll accuse you of that. Oh, are you sure you're not married and all this other nonsense? They're like, no, why? Because I can't return your text, so suddenly I'm married with kids? You know, give me a little credit here. Right, so So yeah, you're gonna get that, but it does work, man. And on the flip side, if you are one of these guys, I mean, and I can understand that, especially if you're new to all this and you meet a girl you really like, it just kind of seems, weird to you to not text her back right away if she texts you, right? But that is something that you're going to have to change, right? Because the message, you have to understand, get outside of yourself for a second and understand the message that you are sending her when you're just so quick to text back all the time. I'm not saying you can't do it sometimes, but if you're doing it all the time and you're just so quick to text back, it's communicating to her, sending the message to her that you have nothing else better going on. Nobody else wants you, that she's your only option. And that is the last message you want to send, because that's not going to build attraction, right? Women do not want to be with a guy that nobody else wants, right? They want to be with a guy that everybody wants. You feel me? So that is why Dread Game works, because it sends that message to the girl, like he has better things to do, he has bigger plans, he must have a more interesting life than I do, and I want to be part of that life. Next clip.
It is so frustrating when you match with someone on a dating app and then you speak to them for like a week or two and they message you every day and they send you really cute good morning messages, but then they don't actually plan a date. So I had this situation this week and the guy was sending me like really cute messages, like seemed really keen, really interested, but then when it actually came to arranging a time to meet, he was being super vague. So what I did is I just took a step back and I stopped messaging him as much, because I think sending messages like all the time creates this false sense of like intimacy, and I don't want that. I don't want that situation with someone where it's not going to go anywhere. So I pull back and I match this energy, because if you're going to give me less, then I'm going to give you less, and I'm not going to chase you, and I'm not going to run after you, and I'm not going to beg you for a date. So I did this, and then this morning he's texted me and said that he would love to take me out this week. So this situation, it worked, and I don't see it as playing a game. I'm not prepared to entertain someone who can't meet me where I need them to meet me. I've done this before with someone and it meant that they haven't messaged me back, but that's fine, because at least I know where they stand and I know they're not really interested and they're not serious.
Yeah, ladies, just because he's not texting you back doesn't mean he's not interested in you. It just means, like we were talking about earlier, that he's busy. He's on his path and purpose. He has things to do. And that is the kind of guy you want anyway. You don't want a guy who's texting you left and right, do you? You don't want a guy who's constantly messaging you and then, throwing a fit when you don't message him back. That is the last type of guy that these chicks want, right? And this is why I always tell these AFCs, right, the average frustrated chumps of the world, when things don't work out with a girl, I'm like, well, what did you do? And then they show me their text thread and they're sitting there, getting angry at the girl because she didn't text back right away and, calling her names. It's like, okay, now you're just demonstrating that you're lower value, because that's what low value guys do. That is how low value guys act. That is the last thing you should do, right? But in this woman's case, the fact that a guy's not texting doesn't mean he's automatically not interested. It just means he's busy. Give him a minute, right? Give him a day or so. Give him some time to text you back. And when he does, don't give him, don't nag him about it, right? Don't get on his case about it, okay? Because a lot of you do. A lot of you start just taking shots at him, and going, hey, are you talking to somebody else? If you're really not that interested, just tell me now. You start doing all that, and it's like, okay, no, now you're acting a little just too crazy. Now you're giving off some red flags here, right? So you just want to roll with the punches, go with the flow, and he'll contact you when he can. I mean, really, that's what you women should do, is just go with the flow of things, right? Stop complaining so much. Just go with the flow. And if things work out to where it seems like it's going to be a good match, then great. Then do that. He'll do that, right? But if it doesn't, no big deal. Just lay off, right? No need to shame him, call him names, smear him on your online. Just move along, right? Simple as that. That's how dating works. Okay? One more clip.
I think men are underestimating two very important things. The first is just how fulfilling female friendships are. We're sending each other thinking of you texts, we're buying each other little treats, we're running errands together on a Saturday afternoon. We're staying up until 2 a.m. sitting on the couch drinking orange wine, talking about childhood trauma and laughing about inside jokes that we have had for 5 years. We are cooking dinner for each other and eating it by candlelight. The way I feel continuously seen and loved and supported in my friendships is unlike anything I've experienced in a relationship with a man. The second thing that men have not truly wrapped their heads around is just how hot fictional men written by women are. Tell me why I would need a man when I can just open a little app on my phone and listen to a story about a kind yet misunderstood cowboy with a deep growly voice who knows exactly how to talk me through it. Between that, my friendships, and what I've got in my nightstand, men should be terrified.
Okay, I absolutely have no clue what this chick is talking about. I don't know why my team included her in my clips here, especially on Dread Game. So all I'm gonna say about this is I'm not surprised she's single, right? Not surprised she's sitting in her room in the middle of the night, ranting about dudes and books and being a cowboy. And I mean, goodness gracious, I think this chick is just a little too cerebral for most guys, a little bit too much of a brainiac. But in any case, as always, gentlemen, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of tonight's coaching video. Anything you'd like to add, anything you'd like to share, please drop them in the comments below, and I will see you there in my comments. All right, this is M from the 33 Secrets signing out here with the Lamborghini. Yes, it's my Lambo. Go to Matt Cross Official, my IG, see the entire process of me purchasing this vehicle. It took about 2 months to close, and the same guy who delivered my DeLorean also delivered my Lamborghini. TJ at Florida Exotic Transport. If you ever need to transport a muscle car, exotic car, he's your man. So very excited about this vehicle. It's actually a pretty rare find. It's Rossifesto Red, which is one of the rarest colors for Lamborghini. It's a $14,880 option, believe it or not. I was on a hunt for one for over 2 years, just like I was my DeLorean. Finally found one. It's got super low miles, 11K, not bad. And we're going to be featuring this car a lot more here on the channel for many years to come. This is gorgeous, isn't it? Whew. Oh my gosh, take a look at this. It hasn't dried yet, but I'm still putting this on there. It's my IG tag. But as always, gentlemen, make sure you smash that like button. Smash that like button below. Do it for the Lamborghini and the DeLorean. I still have it, by the way. I'm not selling the DeLorean. I'll probably keep this car for a little bit, but DeLorean is gonna stay. So we'll get the DeLorean back on here pretty soon, but enjoy the Lamborghini. And again, smash the like button, smash that subscribe button as well. Helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. And for you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, platinum pill content that I'm teaching you even further, best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there into the world and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I'm talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students all around the world now are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, we are making it happen every single week. And I want you to become one of us. I want you to join us. And right now it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me in Mastery. So take advantage of it. It's the best way to support my work. If you love what I'm doing here, if you love what I'm teaching you here, and you feel like I've added value to your life, this is the best way to pay me back. Get into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months of Mastery. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you can get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I'll see you in my next coaching video. I'm out with the Lambo. Till next time. Whew, so sweet.